now when I struggle, I see the ripple effects that it has on the people who I value the most. And while I'm so grateful, there's still a part of me, I guess, that finds it, it's hard, On the other hand, I've learned the value of communicating. And Tanya, for example, she can see those signs in me before I even feel them. And then we can talk, we have the supports in place. But the short and sweet, the challenge is, the effects.
Yeah. And why I wanted to go here, and I think you're the perfect guest for this. As I mentioned, it's been a tough couple of years and literally a terrible year this year for farmers. And I mentioned this in a previous episode, but there's been beef farmers that have had to sell their whole herd, producers that are getting 10% of their crop off, right? Like that's damaging the bank account, the ego, all of those things. And I heard of at least two that I know, distant, not in this area, farmers that are on suicide watch. And mental health is a big issue in agriculture. The anxiety that comes with making a living in this industry, right? The stress. So this conversation, it's so deep, it's almost scary to have, but I think it's important. There's people in our industry that are hurting, right?
100% it's important. And I think that words like suicide are so emotionally charged, but I tell you, wow. So tomorrow will actually mark 10 years from Justin's passing when he died by suicide. And so I've kind of been sitting with that and reflecting. What I know is this. I think that we often fear asking the question because we fear the response. I think that we often don't know what to do when a loved one is struggling. We can see that they're in pain, but we don't know how to approach it. Elders always remind us that there's a reason that we have two ears and one mouth. And I think that what I've learned is that when I'm in pain, I don't need to be fixed. I think for me, and maybe for you too, Tracy, it's like I just wanted to be seen. I wanted to be heard, and then ultimately supported in my own way, which is different for everyone. But where I'm going with this is I think that what we can offer people is just the check-in, something like, I don't mean to pry, but I'm concerned. And I just want to let you know that if you ever needed to talk, I'll be here. And the key thing is that then when they do go to that place of vulnerability, that we just listen. And it's significant because emotions are energy. Darkness cannot survive in light. What a gift. If we can give people the space to be free from some of that emotional pain, it's remarkable what will happen. That's why people always say, oh, I feel so much better.